What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLad88 coming at you with another video, and in this video guys, we're going to be doing a character breakdown featuring Dai Shi. But unlike my normal character breakdowns, we're just going to be going over changes here. So let's talk about Dai Shi and what changed. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start getting into this video. Now, similar to my other What Changed videos, in the description box I'll be leaving a link to Dai Shi's last character breakdown video, and I believe that was his original character breakdown, going over his move list combos and game plan, so you guys can check that out, and then you can come back here and check this out. But for those of you guys who choose to stick around, let's go ahead and talk about Dai Shi's changes. Now, there are going to be three big changes I'm going to be talking about for Dai Shi, and the first one is going to be the easiest one to talk about, and that is to the way that Dai Shi's super works now. As you guys can see, you can actually cut Dai Shi's super short now. If you press and or hold the special button, I'm not sure which one it is. I actually don't even know if that's a change for this version of the game. Maybe that was in the last one. But either way, I didn't notice it till now, so I'm bringing it up to you guys. You can actually cancel Dai Shi's super now, like anywhere in the middle of his super if you need to. I can only think of one reason why they actually did this, and there's this very interesting interaction that Dai Shi has with a lot of the cast, where if you're a Dai Shi player and you're about to kill somebody and you have to use the meter to do super to kill somebody, the opposing character, whoever's coming in next, doesn't wait for you to finish your super or for the super to finish going before that next character comes in. The character will literally come in the middle of Dai Shi still doing his super, which means that upon Dai Shi finishing his super, you can literally punish him for killing somebody else doing his super if he does his super really early on, because you have to spend that meter to kill that character. As if Dai Shi's super wasn't bad enough with the damage, but the fact that you could actually punish him for doing his super just made it even worse. And my guess is it was probably an easier fix to allow him to cancel his super so that he wasn't at such a disadvantage upon killing a character, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe it was more difficult to write into the game's coding or whatever to have the opponent let Dai Shi finish his super before the next character comes in. I don't know. But either way, that is the first change for Dai Shi that we're going to talk about. Now, let's talk about the really interesting changes, and that is to a number of his follow-ups from his run. The first one being the Sunball, and the second one being his Raging Slash. Now, let's talk about the Sunball first, since that is the next most easy one to talk about. And the thing about the Sunball is, not only does it have faster starter up, but similar to a lot of other characters that we will get into with some of these other What Changed videos that have projectiles that linger on the screen, Dai Shi actually has the ability to replace his Sunball. The first one will disappear, and he'll just replace it. So that's a really nice thing for Dai Shi. It used to be, and this was kind of like for other characters like Mastodon Sentry across the board, where once you place this out, you have to wait for it to disappear before you can place another one. But now, if you need to replace it for some strange reason, you can just go ahead and do that. The first one will disappear, and then the next one will appear. Another neat thing about this is that it actually has faster startup and more projectile durability. This is really neat because this leads to other combo opportunities. Like, one common thing for Dai Shi that I do in my combos is I will do his launcher, and then I will do, well, after I do a second launcher or whatever, like somewhere in the combo, I will call in Gen, so that by time I do the second launcher, it'll give me enough time to place the Sunball. But now Dai Shi doesn't need that anymore. He can just do launcher. He can just do launcher into Sunball now. So you can just get that now. So if you're in the middle of a combo, you can just get that, which leads into nice combo opportunities for Dai Shi, which we'll actually get into a little bit later. Alright, now let's talk about the Raging Slash. Now, the Raging Slash got a huge rework in the last patch for the better. Not only does it open up extra combo paths for Dai Shi, but it's just kind of like a better move all around. First of all, the startup for it is a little bit faster, and they increased the range on this now. It's kind of hard to show you when I don't have something to compare it to, but they did increased the range on this, and actually increased the speed at which he actually goes into it, which is actually really cool. There's something in the notes about it having more consistent auto-correcting, like for situations like that. I guess there were situations where it didn't, but I mean, that's fantastic, you know, for Dai Shi. And here's the really interesting thing. Now, they added a special rule on hit that allows you to cancel the first hit of it, because as you guys can see, it does 2 hits now. So what does the first hit do? It leads into a stagger state, which leads into really neat combo opportunities for Dai Shi. So you can do that, and then you can cancel it back into the run with special, as you guys can see there. So first hit, cancel with special, and you can go into a run, and then you can do any number of his other follow-ups. But it's only on hit. I wish it was on block too. That would be so crazy for Dai Shi's pressure and whatnot, but I guess that'd be a little too crazy. I guess Dai Shi can't be that good, right? So you have that really neat change for Dai Shi. And the other thing, if that wasn't enough for the Raging Slash, the Raging Slash actually now has some it has some projectile invincibility now. So if we actually, did I already have Zeo Gold do the thingy? Let's find out. Okay, yeah, so I already had him do the specials. So this truthfully only works on characters where you can see the startup or have slow moving projectiles so you can move through them. For other characters like Quantum Red, for instance, because this is so quick, it doesn't really work as well. You kind of have to make a read as opposed to being able to do it on reaction. But for characters like Zeo Gold, you get stuff like this, you know, and it goes into combos. So that's actually really cool. This probably works against other characters, maybe like Udana. Udana, because her projectile is slow, it has quick startup, but she's not going to hit you with it from here, or at least if you see her do it, you're going to be able to go through it since it's a projectile, and you'll be able to peg her, you know, and do combos and stuff like that. So that's actually really cool for Dai Shi. I think it complements his run having armor very, very well. So really all you have to do is get into around about this range, and then your Raging Slash actually becomes a bit of a, like, more of a threat now, giving your opponent something to think about. And that'll do it for all of Dai Shi's really big changes. But now, of course, we have to talk about new combos for Dai Shi. And the combo that I'm going to show you guys how to do is the one that you saw from like the last video. Or if any of you guys haven't seen that video, you're going to learn how to do the combo anyway. So let's go ahead and start with, like, you know, the main bread and butter stuff, because, you know, this is just standard Dai Shi bread and butter. Okay, so from here, after we do the launcher, we'll do launcher into Sunball, because the Sunball actually has faster startup now, so you can actually do that without needing an assist in order for them to actually land on the Sunball, as you guys can see there. That's the first thing you want to practice. Launcher into special into the heavy attack option. Now, this is the next part that you will need to practice before putting it with the Sunball. What I want you guys to do is do neutral special into the light attack option. Notice how it hits twice. What I want you to do is get used to doing the light attack option and then back into special. That's the thing I want you to get used to. And after you get used to doing that, I want you to get used to how it feels like doing it on the first hit. Because what we want is this stagger state. Because then we'll do it into just neutral special and then letting it rock, and, you know, he does the crumple state. But you have to get used to how that feels. So what I would recommend is just doing this. Get used to doing neutral special into the light attack option, back into neutral special, back into the light attack option, until you guys get how it feels. Because the next part, and this is especially difficult because even I myself have not figured out the proper timing for this, is you'll want to do launcher into Sunball. You'll do neutral special again into the light attack option, cancel it on the first hit, into neutral special again, and then you'll get that crumple state as you guys saw there. Now, after you put them in the crumple state, you will have enough time in order to do wall cling into the heavy option to switch sides, and then you'll do the medium attack option for the dive kick. So let's actually put this about here. So we'll do this. And you guys see how slow I did that. You have enough, like, you don't have to rush it. If you end up rushing it, you'll probably miss an input, and then you'll end up dropping the combo just like that. So if you guys get it to connect, it should look something like this. So you have that part, right? The next thing you'll do is run up to your opponent after the wall bounce and do medium, medium, into heavy for the hard knockdown, and then you'll do another forward special for the lunge into the light attack option. And when you're about halfway in the air, you'll call Mastodon Sentry. And after you call Mastodon Sentry and they bounce off that third gunshot, you'll do medium, medium, into heavy, crouching heavy, just like that, and then you'll go straight away into EX. And then because they still haven't buffed Daishi's super damage, you just have to maybe tag into somebody else in order to get the damage that you should be getting from that. The good news is Daishi's EX is actually really good for setting that up. As you guys can see. So altogether, guys, you should have something that kind of looks like this. And that's what you guys will get. So guys, that'll do it for this character breakdown, this What Changed video featuring Dai Shi. Let me guys know what you think, and I'll be back at you later with future videos. This is Parker Led, and I will see you guys next time.